Tonight on The Big Picture, I'm talking about we're going to bring you some things about AI that's happening in AI that's going to blow your mind. Google is stealing all of your information, and it says they're going to use the entire internet, scrape the whole internet to train AI. Massive volcanic explosions are happening in one of my favorite countries in the world, Peru. And a report has come out today that nearly 50% of all the water in the United States is laced with hormone warping forever chemicals. It's linked to cancer, infertility, birth defects, and so much more. We're going to cover that tonight and tell you some exciting stuff that's happening here at The Big Picture that's going to affect the world. And we need your help on it. All of that and more on Thursday night edition of The Big Picture Breaking News right after this. Now, right off the bat, I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching us on a Thursday night. The show, I don't know how long it's going to go, but I wanted to introduce myself to you, getting used to being here on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock, because this is going to be a new show that we're going to be doing. Not like this, but there will be, I've got 4, possibly more than that, regular guests that are going to come on once a month. You know them. Of course, you know Paul Begley. He'll be on once a month. Ricky Scaparo from End Time Headlines once a month. Stan Deo once a month. You know and love Stan Deo. And for those that love Pastor Mark Carell, he is a tremendous pastor here locally, but he's known all over the world. Tremendous testimony. I got a video that you can search in my previous videos and find the interview that I did with Pastor Mark Carell, learn a little bit more about him. He's battled cancer. He's come back from cancer many times, stage 4 cancer, and God has healed him. And he has agreed to come on once a month as well, because he has a YouTube channel called Prophecy in the News. He's been doing that since the 90s, even before the internet was around. He would do Wednesday night teachings in his church called Prophecy in the News. So we have 4 regular guests that are going to be commenting on current events and other subjects every month. I'm going to say them again. Paul Begley, Ricky Scaparo, Stan Deo, and Mark Carell are going to be coming every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. So it's going to be exciting. If something happens, one of them can't be on there, I'll be here, and it will. Some of them will be live, some of them will be pre-recorded, but it's going to be a tremendous, tremendous time. It's going to be about a 45-minute to 1-hour show. And for those that love Pastor Paul Begley, I talked to him about it. He's excited about it because it's a lead-in to his great show, his number 1 show that he does every Thursday night with Mike from around the world. So he's going to promote that. He's going to tell everybody, hey, get you fixed, get your Kingdom Intelligence Report fixed at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then get ready for 8 p.m. Central Time as he goes live. So I'm very, very excited about being a part of a Prophecy in the News, if you will, breaking news Thursday night plan. Now, that's not going to change anything about Monday night. It's not going to change anything about Wednesday night. Those programs will still be live, but we've made a commitment that we're going to really, really begin to go all in on our YouTube and Rumble. By the way, we're live on Rumble tonight as well. 2 places, YouTube and Rumble. If you're on Rumble tonight, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to follow. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you go to rumble.com/Larry Ragland. Very easy to remember, rumble.com/Larry Ragland. And follow us there on Rumble, because there will be times very soon, I've decided that we're going to have some shows that are going to be on YouTube and Rumble at the same time, but we're going to go into things that we can't say on YouTube, but we can say in the Rumble. So we will end the show on YouTube and continue it on Rumble. So it's very, very important that you follow us on Rumble as well. You're good with YouTube, because this is where we're going to do all of our main shows. Not everything's on Rumble, not everything's on Facebook, everything's on YouTube, but there will be some things that will continue and will be exclusively on Rumble. Okay, so I want to cover a few news items before I tell you what is going to happen with The Big Picture. Very, very excited about it. The first thing that I want to show you that came out today, this is just wild, y'all. We call it Masters of the Universe because, that's all of the social media people. But this is breaking today, and they have admitted it. Google says that they will scrape everything, listen to this, everything posted online to train their in-house AI. I'm going to say that again. Google has admitted that they are going to scrape the entire internet, everything posted online. I mean, that means if you posted a picture of your grandbaby, you posted a picture of the fish you caught on the lake, if you, whatever, anything. I'm talking about news, music, everything that's the internet that's ever been out. Because you do understand that once it's out there, it never goes away. Let's look at this article, what it says. Google has announced that it now reserves the right. This is the updated terms of agreement. Reserves the right to scrape virtually all content posted online to enhance its AI tools. Sandy and I on Monday nights have been trying to warn you. This whole AI thing is going to another level, faster than we can even imagine it. And I think it's almost like AI is forcing them to do it. It's like they're in this AI competition where Google, Facebook, all these others, ChatGPT, all these others are saying, we know this is dangerous. We know it's going to come back to haunt us. But if we don't feed the beast, no pun intended, feed the beast, then somebody else is going to do it anyway, and they're going to beat us. So look what it says. They reserve the right to scrape virtually all content posted online to enhance its AI tools. The internet giant's privacy policy now doesn't just describe how the Masters Universe will use all your personal data in its products to generate ad revenue. It's always said that. But their terms of agreement now also explains it considers the entire internet fair game for its relentless data collections. That's unbelievable, y'all. The new policy states Google uses information to improve our services and develop new products, features, and technologies that benefit all users and the public. For example, we use publicly available information to help train Google's AI models and build products and features like Google Translate, Bard, that's the name of their AI program, and cloud AI capabilities. The implication of this policy is change are far-reaching. AI models such as Bard and ChatGPT could potentially use your old blog posts or even restaurant reviews to generate responses, AI responses. There's a strong possibility that Bard and ChatGPT have ingested your old blog posts and other even comments for generating answers to users' prompts. Do you understand what this means? This means that they are saying they reserve the right to scrape even your comments that you make on a Facebook post. Let's say somebody posted an article and you commented, great article, going to share, or yeah, I read that this morning and I was thinking about this, blah, 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 this morning. Just commenting on a post that's out there on the internet. We've always known it's always on the internet, but this is how smart they want AI to be. They say they have reserved the right to even take your comments on social media posts, your reviews of restaurants, things that you typed about, your recipes. You think those are so innocent. What could ever be done with that? Well, they must see extreme potential in it, in the learning ability on how the human brain reacts and how the human brain responds to things that are on the internet. And they're going to feed Bard, they're going to feed ChatGPT, they're going to feed Bing, they're going to feed all of these AI technologies to help these AIs begin to understand how to sound more human. Now, we've already had things they call bots, where bots automatically respond to things. They're not humans. They've had pre-programmed responses to certain things. Well, think about how those pre-programmed responses to things, how effective they will be. They're already very tricky, and they've tricked a lot of people into thinking that there were real human beings responding to something. I get bots on comments on my YouTube thing. I know they're bots. Some of them are real, but I know they're bots because I see the exact same comment on other people's. I mean, word for word. So, but they're targeted at trying to discourage me or assault something that I said. So, and I can identify it because it doesn't sound natural, organic. It sounds mechanical. But when they start feeding this AI Google has now openly admitted it right here. I just read to you what they put in their terms of service, that they've openly admitted that they want AI to be able to respond more human-like. So one of the things that they're going to do is say, watch how this person responded to a picture of a puppy. Watch how this person responded to a restaurant review. Look how this person responded to that. And they're going to put all that together and process that so that these AI bots can sound more human. Now, why would they do that? Because there's multiple reasons, but my mind immediately goes to this. You ever got one of those just random text or an email that says something like this? Your banking information has been compromised. Click here to fix it. Or something like, this is one I got today. I got one today. So-and-so has sent you $18. Click here to accept or reject the $18. Well, I mean, I look at that and I was like, $18, praise the Lord. But, and then I thought, wait a minute, hold up. This person's not in my contacts. Why they asked me to accept or reject? Why would I reject the gift? So I realized it was spam. And they're just inundating my phone all the time with just random texts. And so when this AI begins to learn how to talk and communicate with people and sound more and more human, it's going to be harder and harder to really know things like this. I don't mean to fearmonger, but you may get a comment saying, let's say I'm just making up a name here. If this applies, please understand I'm making up a name. Let's say you got a daughter named Judy and you post something and they say, hey, this is Judy. I'm using my friend's Facebook. Mine's not working. I want you to know that I'm having trouble. I'm broke down on the side of the road. Something like that. These things have already happened. Do you realize AI has already called people? This is terrifying to think about this. People have had phone calls come and AI people have disguised their voice. They've stolen somebody's voice. All they need is 3 seconds now. And I'm sure that's going to get even better for them. But 3 seconds of your voice is all AI needs now to completely mimic your voice. And when they mimic your voice, that people have got phone calls saying, "Hey, this is your daughter." Say, "Hey, this is Judy. Hey, I'm stranded on the side of the road, and I need $500 to pay this person to tow me home, or whatever." I mean, and people have fell for this because it sounds just like their daughter, just like their son. That's what Google is trying to do. Do you understand what I'm trying to warn you? That is why we call this show The Big Picture. That is why we come on here and we do what we do, not to scare you. Almost every week I get somebody saying more fear porn is what they call it, that we're doing. We're not doing scare tactics. We're just simply reporting the news to you and trying to tell you that you need to wake up and you need to see what's coming. So I've got some more news items I want to cover real quick tonight over the next few minutes. And the other one that I said in the opening, this right here explains a lot. Nearly half of all tap water in the United States is laced. This blows my mind, y'all. We've suspected this, but more and more and more people are coming out and admitting what we've suspected. 50% in the United States, tap water is laced with hormone warping, quote, forever chemicals linked to cancer, infertility, and birth defects. A major government study finds. It also goes on to say that these hormones are affecting the testosterone level in men and the estrogen level in women. So is there any wonder, before I even read this article, is there ever any wonder that we have such an issue with gender identity? Not only do we have TikTok, we have all this social media inundating people with these thoughts. Maybe you're not really who you say you are, and then we have teachers and we have all this kind of stuff that are pouring these questions into people's mind. And then your body and the chemicals in your body as you're just drinking water. Ladies and gentlemen, things you have to survive and to live and you're thinking you're drinking this to give your body sustenance and hydrate your body, not thinking that your water could be giving you cancer. Your water could be causing you to be infertile and not be able to have children. Your water could be leading to birth defects. Your water could be leading to a plummet in testosterone. Almost half of tap water sources in the United States are laced with toxic chemicals, according to a major official study. Experts said the findings were frightening, giving the scale of the problem and the link between the toxins of cancer, infertility, birth defects, and hormone issues. In the most comprehensive study of its kind, researchers tested water sources at more than 700 locations across the country for PFAS, microscopic man-made chemicals that can take decades, listen, that can take decades to break down in the body. Hence the name Forever Chemicals. Did you hear what I just said? These chemicals, these man-made chemicals that are in tap water, can take decades to break down in the body. They found that 45% of drinking water sources contained at least one PFAS, with the highest concentration in the Great Plains, the Great Lakes, the Eastern Seaboard, and Central and Southern California. The team's testing was limited to 32 types of PFAS out of more than 12,000 types that actually exist. U.S. Geological Survey researchers said indicates that the problem is even larger. Look at this map. This is the map of the PFAS that they're talking about. The tiny little gray dot says not detected. Small dot is 1 to 3, larger dot 4 to 6, largest dot 7 to 9, and that's the number of PFASs detected. So when they tested these locations, look at those large circles. Look at the one in Florida, and then you've got South Carolina, and look at the East Coast, the New York line there, the East Coast, and you go out to California, the Virgin Islands, half the Virgin Islands is the large. That means that there was 7 to 9 different PFASs that were found in the drinking water. That's mind-boggling, y'all. So it says they determined levels of toxic substances in water sources across 716 unique sites nationwide, including both urban and rural areas. So don't think this is just in the city. This study is saying it's in the city and it's in the country. It's in the tap water system. This is unbelievable. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, when they started talking about how, it was not healthy to smoke cigarettes, they put that on the cigarette package. Well, we're thinking we're bringing smoke into our lungs. Okay. That's something that you choose to do. Okay. Alcohol consumption is something that you choose to do. You may like drinking alcohol. You might like smoking a cigarette. You might like smoking a joint, doing drugs. These are choices that you make. But water is what you have to live. You can't go longer than 3 days without water or you're dead. Maybe 4 days, you're dead. You can go up to 2 and 3 weeks without food. And, you won't be happy about it, but you can live. But you can't live a week without water. And they're saying that in our water now, there are decades. It takes decades for it to break down in your blood system before you can finally get rid of it. And they're man-made chemicals. What are they doing at these water plants? What are they doing? When you drive by these water treatment plants, they're called water treatment plants. They're supposed to be treating it and getting all the stuff out of it so that the water is pure. Where is these man-made chemicals getting in 45% of the drinking water in America? How is it getting in there? I'd like to know in the comment section, live chat, if you work at a water treatment plant, does this make sense to you? How is there systems in place that would go against this? Where is this getting in our system? In our water system. Ladies and gentlemen, Agenda 2030 is everywhere. This is not a scare tactic. It's everywhere. Useless eaters, all this kind of stuff that we talk about that gets me flagged every single week. But I'm trying to walk right across that line. That's why we're doing our YouTube channel. Our Rumble channel. Our Rumble channel is a backup. Unbelievable. If you're new to this tonight and you just happen to find us tonight, you need to make sure that you set your clock, set your calendar to remind you that every Monday night, Sandy and I do a live show, and it's basically along the format of what we're doing now, but it's much more extensive and intensive. I'm telling you right now, people are setting their alarms. We got people in the Philippines, Australia, Europe, all over the world are waking up in the middle of the night to be a part of the live show. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button now and help us out. And just real quick, by the way, if you want to study the Bible, we do a Bible study every Wednesday night, and we go verse by verse at 7 p.m. Central Time. And it's helping a lot of people. Well, while all that's going on, there are also natural things that are happening. And one of them is that in this beautiful country called Peru, that our church goes to Peru every single year. We just had a team just come back from Peru, and we love it. And Peru, of course, is not just beautiful, but it is the center. When you follow people like L.A. Marzulli, and just many of the people that study the giants and all the things, the people of old. Peru is dead center of ground zero, I should say, of it. But look what's happening in Peru. Peru has declared a state of emergency. I did not know this until today. Peru has declared a state of emergency over Ubanas volcano after it has blasted 17 times and caused 170 earthquakes in only 2 days. Since early Tuesday morning, a shower of ash has endangered at least 2,000 people in southern Peru. Ubanas, the most active volcano among the 400 volcanic structures in the Andean country, has become active again, triggering concerns among authorities and people of nearby towns. Since its initial eruption, which formed an ash cloud up to 5 kilometers high and dispersed within a radius of 10 kilometers, there have been 17 other explosions in the past 2 days. Those affected are having trouble breathing due to the ash and dust that have covered their homes, in addition to the smell of burnt fuel. The last time Ubanas, located in the Macua region, showed volcanic activity was in July 2019. The eruptions, which lasted 3 months, reached 8 kilometers above the crater, dispersed within a radius of 250 kilometers. So we got earthquakes, we got volcanoes, we got pestilence. I remember somebody talking about that in Matthew chapter 24, that in the last days these things would happen. Now we got our drinking water. We have drinking water that has 50% of our drinking water has cancer-causing chemicals in it. We've suspected this for a long time, but now they're saying the quiet thing out loud. They're admitting infertility rates are being tied to our drinking water, low testosterone, just birth defects in our drinking water. Google is saying, I'm going to take everything that you've ever posted. It's all fair game for our AI. We're going to train our AI to know everything about what it means to be a human. And then just when we're just freaking out about everything that's happening when it does these kind of things, volcanoes that have been dormant in right on what do they call that? The ring of fire. The ring of fire is more active now than it's ever been. I'm not a believer in the climate religion that, the how dare you people, are trying to make us bow down and worship the creation more than the creator. But I do know this, whether they're telling me the truth or not, because I question everything they're telling me. But they just said we just had the hottest day on record since we've had records. The water in the oceans are hotter. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's global warming as much as it is magma, as much as it is volcanic activity. Those that study this, Bible people are teaching us right here on YouTube. Many of you follow Mike from around the world. He's been talking about this ring of fire activating. We have things happening with the sun that are affecting, the polar shift that's happening slowly but surely. It is believed, and it was even reported on mainstream news, which tells me that if they're telling us this on mainstream news, what is really going on? That even the core of the earth is either slowed down and stopped its rotating, or it is reverse rotation. There is things going on in the crust of our earth. There are things going on with volcanic activities. There are things going on with our sun. There are things going on all around us. The Word of God said there'll be signs in the heavens and in the earth beneath. Now we got drinking water under attack. Can you share this? Can you help me build the big picture? Can you help me build the big picture? We need to be a voice in this moment. There's very few shows out there that are covering news items with a kingdom perspective. If this show is a blessing to you, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you share everything we do and that you always hit that like button, because that's the only way we can grow this. We are being shadow banned. Google is not sending out notifications. Every week you guys are telling me I did not get notified. I've enabled all notifications and I did not get notified. They're trying to stop voices like The Big Picture. We need your help. We need your help. The last thing I want to cover tonight is, and we talk a lot about this on Monday nights on The Big Picture Live, 7 p.m. Central Time. Every Monday night we are live. Sandy and I talk about this, and that is what is happening to the dollar and what is happening globally. Because now we talked about, sustenance. Monday night we talked about what they're doing to our food. Now we're talking about what they're doing to our water. And then we see the earth shaking. Now we see what AI is doing. And on top of everything else, the dollar is plummeting. Look at this article that just came out today. The de-dollarization is happening in Argentina. Let's see if I can get this down. I can't get it down to see the top there. But it says de-dollarization. Argentina allows citizens to open new bank accounts using Chinese yuan due to dollar crunch. So Argentina is facing such a dire shortage of U.S. dollars that it is now allowing commercial banks, for the first time in their history, to open deposit accounts in the Chinese yuan. The Central Bank of Argentina said in a Thursday statement on its website that it's allowing the Chinese yuan as a form of currency in savings and checking accounts. The move complements the country's securities regulator announcing that Argentina can issue securities in the Chinese currency, the central bank added. Argentina, which already allows bank accounts to be opened using the U.S. dollar deposits, has been boosting the use of its yuan following a drastic shortage of the greenback. In April, the country started to pay for imports from China in the yuan. More recently, Argentina partly made a $2.7 billion payment to the International Monetary Fund using the yuan, citing resources from the country's economy ministry on Thursday. So we see more and more and more all around the world, countries are moving away from the dollar. The G7 countries like France that have been a part of G7 from the beginning, the global seven is what the G7 is about, the most powerful economies in the world meeting. They are petitioning to leave the G7 and go to BRICS, 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 which is Russia and China and Brazil and India and South Africa and Brazil. I think I've already said Brazil. So that's what BRICS is, but more and more than just those countries are coming in. So they're leaving the U.S. dollar. They're leaving the G7. What is happening? More and more and more and more and more. The United States has lost its luster because they have turned their back on God. Let's just tell it like it is. They've turned their back on Israel, and they've turned their back on God. And God's hand of blessing and favor, I hate it because I love my country, is slowly being lifted. Well, when that happens, you got an open target on you. And that's what this country is. That's how this country is sitting right now. And there's a reason why this country is not mentioned in end times prophecy, because I believe we're going to go away. But I believe the church is going to be raptured before that, and you need to go to my Bible study and you'll know about that. One more thing I want to show you. I'm so excited about what is happening with our television ministry. I was able to see, and I'm going to see if I can show you guys. I'm sure that I've not even been permitted to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's my show. I'm going to show you something. See if I can pull this up here for you guys to see this. All right. So our producer for our television program sent me, and he's probably going to get mad at me for doing this. I have not been okay to do this, but you guys, coming on here on a Thursday night, you deserve to see something that nobody else has seen. So right now, this may be adjusted, but this is the opening of our new television show that is going to go live sometime in August. We're going to be going to Indianapolis to record 3 months worth of programs that you've helped us do. And you've done that by going to our website, larryragland.tv.com. And many of you have sent checks. Some of you have clicked the Give Now button. 100% of what you mail and 100% of what, when you click that Give Now button, is going to our television ministry, 100% of it. And we need $23,300. We're nowhere near that. But I want to show y'all this. This right now is the working intro to the new TV show that will be going in millions of homes. And so let's see what's happening here. Uh-oh. Let me try it again. I got to start it over. I hit the wrong button. All right, let's watch this. This is going to be the opening for the TV show. The big picture. Is that cool? Is that cool? That right now, like I said, that can be adjusted and tweaked, but that's the first. I want to just go ahead and say, I know I'm getting in trouble for doing that, but I just want to show y'all that's going to be the opening of the TV show. So it is really, really happening. If you want to help us, then what we need you to do is go to LarryRagland.com tonight. Do your best you can. We still need thousands of dollars, quite frankly, and we need it every 3 months, to be honest with you, to be on television. It's different than this. This is free. I pay for my internet. I sit down in front of my monitor and I talk to you guys. But we're expanding the reach and taking the big picture to the world. And this is the first step into television ministry. We've said, God, if you're in it, and we believe you are in it, you're going to take care of it. If you'd like to be a part of it, it doesn't matter what your amount that you give. Any amount is appreciated. And 100%, I'll say it again, 100% of Give Now and what you send to that address, make the checks out to Larry Ragland Ministries, would be tremendous. So you guys didn't hear it? Y'all didn't hear it? Oh, okay, y'all couldn't hear it. Why couldn't you hear it? Interesting. Let me try that again. You could not hear that? Okay. All right, let me do something. Because I want to make sure you can hear it. I didn't know that. I could hear it, but you guys couldn't hear it. Let me take care of my people here. Why is it not working? Let's see. We'll do this. Interesting. It should have worked. I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe I was in trouble and the boss man shut the sound down. I don't know why it didn't work. I could hear it myself. Let's see. So y'all can't hear that? No sound. They're saying no sound. All right. Stay with me just for a few minutes. Come on, y'all. Come on. We've had so much fun already. Mike from around the world still coming. All right. Let's see. Output. There. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working, because I can hear it so good. All right. So, well, sorry, guys. Trust me, it sounds good. It sounded real good, but I'll try to fix that and show you guys on another show. I'll make sure that I get that fixed. But I just wanted to let you know it sounds really good. It's the audio quality, everything's great, and I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just overwhelmed by all your blessings that you have already sowed into us. Thank you. Thank you to all of our partners that have clicked that join button down below. $5 a month is when you see those little badges by people in the live chat, those different color badges. Those are the people that have said, we're going all in with you, $5 a month, and become partners. If you'd like to join them, all you got to do is click that join down below. We thank you for all the super thanks, super chats. All of it goes towards the gospel, putting this back out and doing everything we can do for the Lord. So remember, starting next month, I'll probably do some Thursday night shows in July, and it may even start this month. But right now, Thursdays are going to also be another show that we're going to do. And remember, if you came on late, every month now, Paul Begley, Kingdom Intelligence Report, is going to move from the first Tuesday at 1 o'clock It's going to move to the first Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So first Thursday of every month, 7 p.m. Central Time, right here in the big picture, is the Kingdom Intelligence Report with myself and Paul Begley. The second Thursday at 7 p.m. is going to be, I believe that's Ricky. Let me make sure here. The second Thursday is going to be Ricky Scaparo from End Times Headlines. If you follow End Time Headlines, Ricky Scaparo will be with us on the second Thursday of every month. The third Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. is going to be none other than Stan Deo. Many of you love Stan Deo, seen several of his videos that he's been on our program. And then the fourth Thursday of every month will be Pastor Mark Carell from Prophecy in the News. So it's going to be a tremendous Thursday night program. It will lead right in to Paul Begley's Prophecy with Mike from around the world. So, we just want to stand in the shadows and just barely, hold the cup for the man of God. Praise God. I love Pastor Paul. He's the man. So thank you all for joining us tonight on the special Thursday night edition. I'm very, very sorry that the audio did not work on the opening, but I wanted to show you that things are happening, getting ready for us to come up there. We're going to pray for us. Pray for us. That's the last week of this month, and we're going to record 13 30-minute shows over 3 days. 13 shows, God. 3 months worth of programs. All right. God bless you. Have a great night tonight. And remember, we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. And by the way, you can get that T-shirt at LarryRagland.tv. I got a T-shirt that says, we ain't woke. We certainly are awake. God bless. Have a great night.